Well, Putin the Cat is very highly impressed with the My Zapper, many zappers in one. And so is Rocky, but he gets scared. Anyway, I'm going to tell you right out, flat out, if you're even thinking about getting a Beck Zapper, you're better off getting this puppy. See, right now you see the, it's got the top light over here. It's flashing red and green. That's actually working on 1 hertz. 1 hertz. And what's interesting about that, that's one of the John Crane, Rife's assistants, one of his main frequencies he used to assist people. But you know, this is, to me, these type of frequencies are actually better to use for people that aren't even sick. He called it the Vitamag Complete Set, muscular pain and pesticide detox. I don't know if it's going to do all that type of stuff. Stiff muscles, kind of like a feel-good stuff. Let me put it that way. Now the next one up, if you press this, the mode switch, this is actually now on mode 10, and you have all these other modes. Like this first mode actually includes is 12 frequencies. So there's like 12, 12, 12, 12 for most of the modes are 12 frequencies. So the last 3 modes are only 1 frequency each, and they just run continuously. It's all positive offset, like Holden Clark said. But if you go to the next mode, we switch the mode, and we're going to go to half the Schumann Earth frequency. You can see it blinks a little bit faster. This is precisely at 3.915 hertz. It's microprocessor controlled. That's the same frequency that the Bob Beck blood electrifier uses, except this is at positive offset, as Holden Clark stated. So why would you get a Bob Beck electrifier when you have all this deal in one? And the other beauty is you only need 1 battery. You can just put a regular rechargeable battery in it. It's got plenty of output voltage. It's got constant current technology. It doesn't have to even be an alkaline battery. You can use one rechargeable battery. You never have to buy anything again. It's very easy to open the back of the case, put a new battery in it. I mean, a rechargeable battery. Charge them up 500 times. You get many, many hours of usage out of this. And I'd say, okay, it's not, I would admit, it's not exactly what a Bob Beck electrifier is, because a Bob Beck electrifier runs at around 30 volts. This runs around 10, but it's 100% positive offset. But the other side of it is, you really don't use the full max volume of the Bob Beck electrifier. You only have it up about halfway. So it's a little bit different animal. But the thing is, the frequencies, what really makes the Bob Beck electrifier give the people that energy. A lot of people say they have energy because this is half the Schumann Earth frequency. Now, if you notice, this is actually regeneration and healing per John Crane. Rife's assistant. So if you don't have a problem with anything, if you just want to use a zapper and try it out, you might find that, I don't know, I don't want to state that it does, but there's a lot of people that felt that when they used these frequencies, these one I'm mentioning here, the 3.19915 hertz and the 4 hertz, they felt a little bit more energetic. So anyway, and it just flipped over, it just timed itself out and went over to the next cycle, but it just keeps running at the same 3.915 hertz. Now we can change it again, and this will go to the last mode, mode 12, which is 4 hertz. I find that interesting too, because 4 hertz, if you're looking at the next levels of octave, it's 12 and 20. It'll be the next 2 levels up that it actually hits in harmonics. 20 hertz actually is one of the main consolidated one of the main frequencies on a consolidated annotated frequency list. That actually is one of the ones that they almost use in every type of pad type Rife session. So you're kind of having like 2 frequencies even in one when you're using this 4 hertz, which is also very close to what Bob Beck says. Actually, a lot of times the ones that are actually sold as Bob Beck devices are actually 4 hertz. So when you buy this many zappers in one, You literally are getting many zappers in one. I mean, each one of these modes, actually, when you're talking like mode 1, it has, 12 of the most common write frequencies. Most zappers don't even have that. They might have 2 or 3. And everything is not just positive offset, but pedestal offset, and it's constant current technology. So if you're thinking about getting a Bob Beck electrifier, you're probably better off getting this puppy, because it's actually where you're getting the frequency, and the frequency of the Bob Beck electrifier actually probably is the most important thing of it. But on top of it, yeah, it's not exactly the same specification. I know somebody will argue that back and forth, but the thing is, the pedestal offset is actually a far more important feature than what you're getting in a Bob Beck electrifier. Plus the single battery and the constant current technology. So, I mean, I've seen some Bob Beck electrifiers going for like $250 or more, and the features in this is far beyond that, far beyond it for an extra $100. So it's well worth the money. So, and it's also warranted for 5 years. So that's another caveat too. Many of the things that you buy on eBay or online are not warranted for 5 years. This is actually warranted for 5 years. So anyway, just want to point this out. If you're thinking about getting a Bob Beck electrifier, look at the My, because it does have a few of these very, very important frequencies that have been added on, in addition to all the other 80 plus frequencies that can really take the place of the Bob Beck electrifier. And you wouldn't want to use the handhelds instead of just having a little electrode on your wrist. The handhelds will be far more effective, despite what Bob Beck said. So anyway, just want to put this out because a lot of people, I think, are making mistakes. The technology has changed. It's gotten a lot better. Some things that were developed over 20 years ago, maybe they were the best back then, but that's not the best today. This is now 2014.